I think it's important for us to understand where this entire war came from. It did not come from Bashar al-Assad. It came from Washington. There was a decision in 2011 to overthrow Assad. Actually, that came from Jerusalem. This has been a desire of the Israeli government that stretches back more than 25 years. Netanyahu's idea is make the Middle East in Israel's image, overthrow every government that opposes Israel.
What is the grand strategy of the United States of America in Syria? And how do you see the game played right now by Trump administration?
Yeah, thank you very much. I think it's important for us to understand where this entire war came from. It did not come from Bashar al-Assad. It came from Washington. There was a decision in 2011 to overthrow Assad. Actually, that came from Jerusalem. This has been a desire of the Israeli government that stretches back more than 25 years. Netanyahu's idea is make the Middle East in Israel's image, overthrow every government that opposes Israel. He's had a friend in that, and that is the CIA and the United States government. So this war in Syria did not come from Assad's repression. It did not come from Assad's dictatorship. This war came from a presidential order by Obama to overthrow Assad, starting in the spring of 2011. We have a name for this program. It was Operation Timber Sycamore. The United States, together with other countries in this region, trained fighters, especially jihadists, including the ones that just took power, to overthrow the regime. This created chaos. 600,000 dead in Syria in a war that has gone on for 14 years. The outcome of this war is what the CIA wanted back in 2011, which is that a jihad group would take power in Syria after being armed by the United States. The reason I want to be clear about this is that we will not have peace in this region until we have public diplomacy that is based on real diplomacy, not on CIA operations. And we will not have peace until Israel stops its militarization of the entire Middle East. Because the Syrian war is just one of 6 wars that Israel has promoted, including in Lebanon, Iraq, Syria, Libya, Somalia, and Sudan. We had the list, actually, from Wesley Clark back in 2001, when he was handed a paper in the Pentagon that the goal was 7 wars in 5 years. The only war that hasn't taken place yet, to Netanyahu's great consternation, is the U.S. war with Iran, which Israel is still trying to instigate to this very day. So the Syrian war is part of a regional tragedy. We have tragedy in Gaza, the West Bank, Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, Sudan, South Sudan, and Libya that I put at the hands of the United States government and its ally Israel, because none of these wars had to happen. These were all wars of choice. They were all wars that came from the idea of regime change operations, that the United States would determine which regimes operate in which countries. We'll never have peace in this region if outside imperial powers like the United States are dictating the terms to this region. The only way to have peace in this region is if this region is determining its own future, not outside powers.
Yeah, well, that's not going to work because there's a video. Well, not a video. Actually, it's a screenshot. It says this: why there will never be peace in the Middle East. Right? Oh, forgive me. I got ahead of myself. All praises to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Yahweh Kakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for pushing 100% truth and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom. This is Matazah Lacham. Right? Now, just like it says on the screen, this is the reason why there is no peace in the Middle East. Doesn't have anything to do, right? Well, clearly has a lot to do with the United States government, or the divided states government, being everything here is divided, even the people, all the way down to the religion. But it says here, they left black, the war for Israel. When he was asked about peace in the Middle East, the late president of Egypt, Gamal Abdel Nasser, stated the Jews will never be able to live here in peace because they left here black but came back white. Okay? The Israeli Zionist nation of Israel was originally set up to destabilize the region back in the 1940s, 1948. It was meant to destabilize the region, okay, to create a greater Israel and make all of that area over there Israel, ran by these Edomites. That was the plan. Okay, everything that they created here in America was supposed to be put over there in Israel and over in Ukraine. You see? I mean, that's what the plan was. Okay. Hold on. Right. Islamic prophecies. Right. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. But you understand where I'm coming from. You know, you could take that as a screenshot if you like. Let's see, where's the other information I had? Hold on. Trying to see if I can, there it is, boom. Right? Albert Pike. Okay? Right? Now, let's read this. The First World War must be brought about in order to permit the Illuminati to overthrow the power of the Tsars in Russia and of making that country a fortress of atheistic communism. The divergences caused by the agents of the Illuminati between the British and Germanic empires will be used to foment or to forward this war. At the end of the war, communism will be built and used in order to destroy the other governments and in order to weaken the religions. Okay? These devils, man, that's all they do, man. They are a natural, warlike, bloodthirsty race of people. These Edomites. That's all they know, man. They're steeped so deep in blood, it doesn't make any sense. Now, you just heard the man say, for the last 14, 15 years, Syria and the rest of the region has lost over 600,000 people in war that the United States has implemented against people against these people. Okay? Now, granted, they're not God's chosen people. Okay? But the reason why I saw this and I thought I would add some commentary concerning this video was because Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is the devil the Bible speaks of, man. This fucker, he can't be changed. Okay? The Second World War must be forwarded by taking advantage of the differences between the fascists and the political Zionists. This war must be brought about so that Nazism is destroyed and that the political Zionism be strong enough to institute a sovereign state of Israel in Palestine. During the Second World War, international communism must become strong enough in order to balance Christendom which would then be restrained and held in check until the time when we would need it for the final social cataclysm. Okay? The Third World War must be forwarded by taking advantage of the differences caused by the agentur of the Illuminati, the agents, right, between the political Zionists and the leaders of Islamic world. Now, we know that those agenters or the agents, they had a CIA operative by the name of, I forgot what his name was, but it was mentioned, that you saw in the captions. Okay, that was his job, was to create 5 wars within the space of 7 years, which brought about the destruction of Libya, the destruction of Syria, the destruction of Afghanistan, the destruction of North Korea, and bringing about the destruction of Iran. Now, they've got 2 wars going on simultaneously. They want to bring about the destruction of Iran, and they want to bring about the destruction of North Korea. Okay? And they're going to keep on working on it until they succeed. But by the time they do succeed, right, whereas it says on the dollar bill, it says Novus Ordo Seclorum, what does it say? Annuit Coeptis, we have crowned our enterprise with success, and their enterprise is this new world order, this new order of the world that they want to push, right? Right, where, these Israeli Zionists and these Edomite Caucasians over here in America run the world into the ground. That's the plan, right? The war must be conducted in such a way that Islam, the Muslim Arabic world, and the political Zionism, the state of Israel, mutually destroy each other. Meanwhile, the other nations, once more divided on this issue, will be constrained to fight to the point of complete moral, physical, spiritual, and economical exhaustion. We shall unleash the nihilists and the atheists, which they've done, right, with the LGBTQ community, passing unrighteous laws and decrees stating that and putting protection or organizations over these different organizations, with the LGBTQ, all that type of deal, the alphabet community, and protect them from criticism, from commentary, people making educational videos concerning what they're doing to people around them, children, stuff like that, and making it illegal to say anything, right? That's what they're doing. We shall unleash the nihilists and the atheists, and we shall provoke a formidable social cataclysm which in all its horror will show clearly to the nations the effect of absolute atheism, the origin of savagery, and of the most bloody turmoil. Then everywhere the citizens, obliged to defend themselves against the world minority of revolutionaries, will exterminate those destroyers of civilization, right? You have these illegal immigrants from Venezuela, El Salvador, that just got out of their prisons, that they just emptied their prisons over the last 6 years under Joe Biden, right? 4 years anyway, right? So, these individuals, are looked at as the world minority of revolutionaries, right? And the multitude disillusioned with Christianity, and the multitude is disillusioned with Christianity. Everyone is mocking the Hebrew Israelites, making all types of different videos, scoffing and mocking, talking bad about it, mouthing the Israelites by any means necessary. Now, listen. Now, when Christianity was the world religion of choice, you didn't hear a word. Nobody scoffed and mocked. If you did have instances here and there of a scoffer or a mocker, and nothing was ever said about it, nothing was talked bad about it or anything, no big deal, because you got freedom of religion that runs the world into the ground, right? Now, when the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians here in the States and have been scattered abroad through all different nations of the world, okay, claim to be the Israelites of the Holy Bible. Oh, it's a fucking uproar. The entire world is turned upside down, turned up on its ear. Oh, shit. I mean, you know. Right? Then everywhere, the citizens obliged to defend themselves against the world minority of revolutionaries will exterminate those destroyers of civilization, and the multitude disillusioned with Christianity, whose deistic spirits will from that moment be without compass, moral compass, or direction, anxious for an ideal, but without knowing whether to render its adoration, will receive the true light through the universal manifestation of the pure doctrine of Lucifer, right? The spirit of do as thou wilt, right? Brought finally out in the public view. This manifestation will result from the general reactionary movement, which will follow the destruction of Christianity and atheism, both conquered and exterminated at the same time. Okay? Created by this guy here. Okay? Albert Pike. Okay? See? It's ridiculous, but that's where the world is going with it, you know? Right? Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17, Son of man, I've made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. Because a lot of people don't really realize, you know, that they're going to surely be destroyed by the hand of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? And they don't care. 2/3 of our people are going to be left here and melted and destroyed by the Most High. Right? Let's go to Psalms chapter 68. No, it's a 64. Right? Here it is. Psalm 64 and 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. And that's exactly what these individuals are doing. I made a video yesterday on my camp video, and you have individuals that shoot bitter words concerning the biblical scriptures, man. They have absolutely no belief and no faith in the Most High at all. Right? Verse 4. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. And the perfect are the Israelites that have been scattered. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately, saying, who shall see them? Right? Wasn't this Jeffrey Sachs telling the entire world what's going on? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought and every one of them, and the heart is deep. And, you know, they show exactly how deep their heart is as bringing about social cataclysms in different countries, bringing down regimes, okay? Setting up different governmental leaders, right? But the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. And this is my point, Psalm 64 and 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Okay? And that's exactly what's happening. And because their tongue is falling upon themselves, all of the different nations are coming away from the hegemony of America, you know, and hiding under the umbrella of the BRICS nations against the tariffs of Agent Orange, the new Jew, right, J-O-O, Donald Trump, who 2 years ago actually had the unmitigated audacity, yeah, that's what I said, to convert to Judaism, right? And all men shall fear and shall declare the work of the Most High, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. And that's exactly what's going on, man. These people, they're completely insane. Let me see if I can find that video. Very difficult. Trying to see if I can find it. It was the, hold on. I think it was the one brother at GMS. Oh, that's right. Let me do this. You miss all precepts. It was a little 5-minute video. Check this out. And then I'm going to close out.
Donald Trump converted to Judaism 2 years ago, according to White House official. There it is. That's his blog. He said, President Donald Trump converted to Judaism 2 years ago and joined Chabad Lubavitch Synagogue in New York City, according to a high-level White House official. Mr. Goldberg says the story has allegedly been held by CNN's editors for months, but is due to be released within the next few days. David Elias Goldberg, a fellow at the Jewish Center of Anti-Semitic Study, has also interviewed the White House source. According to the source, Trump was pushed by his daughter Ivanka and son-in-law Jared Kushner to join the faith. At first, Trump resisted, stating it would threaten his base of evangelical Christian voters. However, he had a change of heart and officially converted in early 2017. The ceremony was held in private and closely guarded for nearly 2 years.
Okay. So that's the reason why Donald Trump is doing what the fuck he's doing. Okay, this ridiculous motherfucker, man. Okay. Try to tell you the truth and nobody believes it. Okay?
Powers. And Israel could never do these wars on its own. These are American wars. America provides the financing. It provides the military backup. It provides the naval support. It provides the intelligence operations. It provides the munitions. Israel couldn't fight for 1 day without the United States backing. Israel could not be committing a genocide in Gaza without the United States' full operational complicity. I don't mean political complicity. I mean direct, daily operational complicity. This has to end. This region has been divided for 100 years, first by the British Empire and then by the American Empire. And this is going on until today. We have a genocide going on right next door. Till today, till this morning. People being wantonly killed, brazenly killed, because the United States is providing the means for this.